everyone, John from Cast and Spear. And when you think of a pole spear, do you think of one of these? This is very bare bones, and if you're just getting started, be my guest, but probably gonna grow out of it. And that's when we wanna get into the bad boy right here. This is Dustin over at Gatku Pole Spears sent us over this beast that we're gonna unbox today. So no more of this fiberglass crap. We're gonna do it for real. Wouldn't it be cool to get free gear if you buy a pole spear? Wait a second, I think I can make that happen. Watch to the end, and I'll show you how. All right, I'm super excited to be, opening up and trying out this Gatku pole spear, just because, I've read a lot about them, and from what I've heard, like what a lot of the guys on spear boards and other forums have said, they're super fast. They're super great, especially if you're around the reef area. All right, we got that signature Gatku red, and their logo painted on the bottom. It says made in the USA. Gotta always love that. Oh man, look at this. That is a serious grip. It's just kind of like a coil wire that has, a shrink wrap over the top. Oh man, that feels really comfortable. What else do we have in here? We have the Gatku G-string. This is always nice because you're able to load up your pole spear and hook it onto this metal clip, and you don't have to really use your muscle as you're going, and then when you want to shoot, you take it off this and you load it up and you let go. So this is super cool. We have the Gatku dive knife. You can't have too many knives. We have the Gatku keychain, super cool. Oh, it's even a bottle opener for that brewski when you get that celebratory big white sea bass. We have, the tips. Oh, we're gonna have to break that out in more detail. Oh, sweet. An easy detached cable slip tip. This is when you want to go for that white sea bass or fish that has that soft meat. You don't want to yank it out. This is clean. Maybe more for the blue water time, but hey. And we got some stickers. Definitely be giving these away. So if you want some stickers, let me know. I'll send them to you. And I think that's it. All right, unboxing, done. All right, let's put this bad boy together. First impressions. Well constructed aluminum base, definitely feels sturdy, nice red. I like the anodized aluminum. Has a female port in the top. The next part, we have the carbon graphite mid shaft. Has a nice grip, super comfortable. Has these ridges that your fingers can, hold on to. Definitely wide enough for, your gloves to get a good grip. And then at the top, we have the connector port for whatever tip you want to use. Right now I'm going to put on the flopper head, but if you have a slip tip, you can put that on as well. Let's put this thing together real quick. Super easy. Right there, slide it in, twist. And I used to work in a machine shop back in the day, back in my old engineering days, and I can just tell that this thing feels like quality. So Dustin, props to your team. You guys really know how to put together and work in that machine shop really nicely. When you're torquing down the different components, make sure you don't overly crank because you don't want to strip the threads. It's too expensive to try and rethread it, and you're probably just going to end up having to buy new pole spears. So always be careful. Don't go super crazy. It's not going to go anywhere. Just make sure it's hand tight. Let's put on the flopper top. This thing is sturdy. I like it. I like these metal components. I'm a big fan of metal. The carbon graphite definitely adds the lightness to this pole spear. Let's look at the center of balance. I'm probably guessing it's around here. Yeah, it's probably right around. Cool. Yeah, that's good. It's well balanced. The handle for some might feel like it's more in the middle and not really at the top, but when you load it up with your hand, it feels like there's a lot of power. Yeah, it feels really good. We're going to test it out when we go in the water, but definitely feels very strong. The carbon graphite definitely has a little bit more flex than, say, a full metal pole spear, but that's going to increase the ability for it to travel through the water faster, less mass to move in the water. Oh wow, this is quality. All right, I want to show you how to put on the G-string. This is where you hook this end to the rubber, and then when you're pulling tight and say you're just swimming around, you're waiting to find a fish to shoot, you actually rest the pull of the the band to this string that's at the top of the pole spear, and then when you are ready to shoot, you remove it. So let's put this on real quick. So this can be a little bit challenging. You gotta kind of stretch the rubber and kind of stick it in, boom, just like that. And then you wanna get it even. And it has this little Allen screw with an Allen key, and this is just going to lock in that band so it doesn't come off. So get it relatively tight, don't overdo it, you don't want to strip it. And that's how you hook it onto this end. Now let's hook the string to the front of the pole spear. So the string part of the G string, you're gonna have this piece of string with a small loop and a large loop. Take the small loop and put it over the tip, slide it all the way down until you get to the handle. And then this slip knot, just pull it tight. So that's not gonna go anywhere. So now that you have the G string installed, let me show you how to load it. Get your hand where the band is, you have your metal hook, you pull, and you hook right to that string. Just like that. Also go to the gym and lift weights because, as you can tell, I don't. Now that you have the G string loaded, you can go and swim and try and find that fish, and you don't have to use any energy. See how it's already preloaded? But as soon as you do see that fish and you want to shoot, you simply pull, unload, point, shoot. So if you decide not to go with the flopper and you want a slip tip, depending on the type of fish that you're shooting, it's really easy to install. This is the base, so it's a metal rod with a blunt tip. You screw that on to the tip of your pole spear. And this is also nice about Gatkus, you can switch out tips. Say you break one or you damage it, you can always get another one on their website. You take your actual slip tip, you have this metal wire with the loop, and you have this metal wire down here. You slip through the bottom, put this on the top, that's it, pull it a little bit tight, and you put the tip on. Just that simple. So whenever you shoot a fish and you penetrate, this slip tip will break off and pull. See all this? This cable gives it flexibility so it doesn't just pull off the fish and you lose it. And it's nice because this cable, it's not gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna detach. But if you wanna take it off for whatever reason, simply just pull out this cable, pull it out the base, and you can replace it. If you break it, you dull it, you need a new one, or if you just need to store it. But very simple design, very cleverly made. Definitely gonna be using this for the white sea bass. All right, my final thoughts on this pole spear. It's an excellently crafted pole spear. Definitely not a pure beginner's one, but if you are, been spearfishing for a little bit of time, a few months, maybe half a year, definitely go with this. 2-piece, 8-foot. You're gonna cover pretty much most of all the spearfishing pole spear needs you have, especially around the reef. Something where you don't need a lot of power. Say if you're, you're not going for tuna in the blue water. It's gonna be a super fast pole spear. This carbon shaft really reduces the weight. The G-string is a nice touch, definitely, but if you're, relatively new to pole spears, it's probably not necessary. I would go with the flopper. I would go with the flopper just because, it's robust, it's probably not going to break. It's on the cheaper side, the slip tip is a little more expensive, and unless you're going for some of those really big fish like the white sea bass or something that has the soft flesh, the flopper is probably going to do a majority of the work for you. Now that you made it this far, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I definitely want to hook you up with some cool goodies thanks to Dustin. If you put in the code John Cast and Spear, that's Jon Cast and Spear, you're going to be given a keychain, some awesome Gatku stickers, and this knife for free with any pole spear that you buy. So head on over to gatku.com, put in that code at checkout, and get some free goodies. And a big shout out to Dustin and his team for sending us over this pole spear to try out. Love it, gonna be using it quite often over the next season. And until next time, keep those lines tight, guys. Do you think of one of these? Do you wish this knife was yours? Stay to the end and I'll show you how to get it for free. All right.